What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another unboxing. I just got this in yesterday from Alestrals. I believe this is the Nabi promo bundle they had on their website. They only made 99 of these boxes, so I'm excited to see what we got. Did you guys end up picking up one of these while they were still on sale? Yeah, it's the Nabi bundle. So we get our Nabi plush. And then we get a couple of boxes inside our boxes. Set that off to the side. See our promo card. Apologize for the loud noises. Saran wrap is pretty loud. Hosted my first Alestrals tournament at the library yesterday where we play. Went pretty well. We had 7 players in attendance and 4 more wanted to come but couldn't make it. Wow, that is actually a really, really nice looking card. I got number 68 of 99. Very nice, very nice. So everything else that came in this bundle was 6 packs of Shattered Stars, 3 blisters of the Owloon Stellar Rare, the Artemis Starter Deck, a box of Daybreak, and 2 boxes of Moonrise to go along with the, I keep calling it Nabi, but is it? It's Scarabix. My bad, not Nabi, it's Scarabix. Alright, here we are. We're going to start with the small stuff first and then go into the boxes. Set these off to the side. Jump right into these Shattered Stars packs. It's been a minute for me since I opened Shattered Stars, but I know you guys have been seeing daily videos of Shattered Stars. We got ourselves a Mora Frost bat form. Very interesting. We know that there is going to be a Hades Mora Frost lichen form. That looks really cool. That's coming out in Snowshade in a month and a half or so. Alright, here we go. Werepup, Champion of Artemis. Pandalins, Champion of Artemis. Spectrus, Champion of Artemis. Bandaloon, Champion of Artemis. Toxeri, Night Venom, Doppelgator, Foil Toxeri, Like a Void, Champion of Artemis, Escape from Tartarus. When you cast as Like a Void, you can special cast a Werepup from your deck with Lunar suppressed for each suppressed card an opponent controls. You can destroy a suppressed Celestial on your field. If you do, destroy a suppressed Celestial on your opponent's field. Very powerful effect. On to the next one. I struggle playing with suppressed as a mechanic just because like it feels like you almost want to be behind to make it be good. Like your opponent has to have a board that you can't already just run over. Ooh, nice. Artemis's Deadshot. This Artemis Deadshot can only be played when an opponent casts an Elestral. Disenchant Lunar from your Artemis equals to the Elestral's enchantment cost in order to target and destroy it. Very powerful effect. It's like a poison-tipped arrow, but specifically from your Artemis. Sorry, my dog just ate some rice and now he's wheezing on it. Drink some water, buddy. Sorry about that, we're back. Pandolins, Werepup, Spectorus, Bandaloon, Toxiri, Night Venom, Doppelgator, Foil Night Venom, and a full art Spectorus. This Spectorus can be special cast from your hand with Lunar if an opponent has at least one suppressed card. So that's what I'm talking about, right? Like this wouldn't do anything turn 1 for you if you're a turn player. You would definitely want it going second. Because then you can just suppress a card they control, special it out, and then immediately normal ascend into like a Doppelgator or something. Or the Night Venom. Alright, on to our Shattered Stars March 2025 packs. Some more Lunar packs. And we have a Verdalith. Let's jump on into it. This is Gemini, right? That's what this one is. How cool would it be if we pulled a serialized card here? I forgot how difficult it is to open these Shattered Star packs. Alright, there we go. Ampharos, Voldusk, Hippossum, Comalus, Carryoff, Foil Ampharos, and a Necrolith. Very nice. Necrolith can be normal cast with 2 Lunar Spirits if an opponent has at least 2 suppressed cards. When you cast this Necrolith, you can destroy a suppressed Celestial. So it's just nice spot removal. Again, another card you want going second, so you can just suppress, drop it, pop. Very powerful, very powerful. On to the next one. Definitely happy to see the full art liths. Ampharos, Voldusk, Hippossum, Comalus, Carryoff, Foil Comalus, and a foil Bow of Artemis. When the Empowered Celestial deals piercing, the Empowered Celestial deals piercing damage. So if it's in defense and you hit over it with a 2 spirit and they only have 1 spirit, they'll take 1. When the Empowered Celestial declares an attack, you can Nexus a Lunar Spirit from your Artemis to the Empowered Celestial. That helps with the piercing. Alright, and our last pack. If I can get into it. Whoop. Ampharos, Voldusk, Hippossum, Comalus, Carryoff, Foil Carryoff, and a Foil Owloon. Very nice. Very nice indeed. The Shattered Glass one. Definitely won't say no to that. Alright, let's go ahead and crack into these blisters. So no Stellars as of yet, but hopefully we can get one in here before we have to crack open our boxes to try and find one. I'm apparently not very good at opening these blisters. There's the pack. Oh, it's nice that they sleeve up the Owloon for you. Well, I guess that's technically a Stellar, but we're not counting that. We're not counting that. Thank you, Elestrals, for sleeving up our cards. We appreciate it. Didn't have one on hand, so happy you guys gave us one. Just gonna open all 3 of these right now. What card are you guys most excited for that's coming out in Snowshade? I honestly think the set as a whole looks insane from what they spoiled. I can't get enough of the spoiler season. I'm a big fan of the dinosaurs. I'm a big fan of Hades and his mechanics. I think that was a home run for me, personally. Alright, there's our 3 packs. Our triple Owloons and Stellar. Put those there. Let's jump into it. I think Moonrise is the pack that I've opened the least of any set for Elestrals. Starbit, Electrify, Windjin, Carry On, Snowlit, Artivum, Cedar Source, oops, Avalith foil, very nice, and a Flurmine. Cactibrawl, Cinder, Bellably, Snark, Starbit, Doppelgator, Theraheart, Volabrumba, and a foil Blizzstrix. When this Blizzstrix is sent from your deck to the Underworld, you can special ascend your Asprowl to it. You can return 3 Elestrals from your Underworld to the bottom of your deck in order to destroy a card. That is quite the powerful effect, actually. 1, recycle cards back, and 2, pop something for effectively free in the mill decks. It's pretty powerful. And its special condition is not very hard to meet. Lunar Phase, Final Quarter, Temple of the Moon, No Stone Unturned, Magnetic Force Field, Toxeri, Doppelgator, Theraheart, Volbrumba, and a foil Torchin. Wow, 3 foils. Very nice. When this Torchin declares an attack, you can return a fire spirit. You can return fire spirits from your Underworld to your spirit deck up to the number of enchanting fire spirits on your field. That is quite the comeback mechanic. Wow, it's really powerful. Let's dive on into this booster box of Moonrise now. You guys just saw us do our Shattered Stars polls. Got some cool things out of there. Now we're gonna open a box of Moonrise. I'm gonna save the other box of Moonrise and Sunstrike to open as a part 2 for this, because this is gonna be pretty long. Here we go into Moonrise. What would you guys want to pull out of Moonrise? Personally, I just want to pull a Serialized card again. They're so nice. I know technically we already got one because of the bundle promo card, but it'd be nice to pull another one out of the core set. Alright, here we go. I guess this one wants to get open first. Okay. Voldusk, Gloombat, Toxeri, Havacub, Drakid, of Ardvarium, Cedarsaur, Cactobrum, Ectopossum is our rare, and we have Owloon as our spirit. Let's crack into the next one. Temple of the Moon, field spell, No Stone Unturned, Magnetic Force Field, Nabi, Fawnlet, Asprowl. Well, this was the second stage of the Blizzstrix that we were looking at, that we got foil out of the Shattered Stars. When this Asprowl is sent from your deck to the Underworld, you can special ascend your Snowlit to it. You can expend a Frost in order to send the top 4 cards of your deck to the Underworld. So that's how you get into the Blistrix. Draco Ray, Bow of Artemis, and a foiled Torchin. Very nice. That's the second one of those foils that we got of this exact Torchin. We pulled one out of the Shattered Stars. So if we get one more, we'll have a playset. It's pretty nice. Porturaith, Ardbud, Clovey, Cactobral, Cinder, Oistress, Electronite, Titanostrike, very nice. Night Venom as our rare, and a Taratlus as our spirit. On to the next one. These are all first edition pack cards as well, for what it's worth. Voldusk, Gloombat, Toxeri, Havocub, Drakid, Lunar Phase Waxing Gibbous, Lunar Phase Waning Crescent, Tsunami, we'll set that aside, that's a staple, and a Flogorux. Celestials that are not lunar or solar enchanted get -5 attack. You can Nexus, Lunar, or Wind. When this Florgex receives one or more Lunar or Wind in a Nexus, you can target a card an opponent controls and put it on the bottom of their deck. Holy powerful. That's a 10/6. So powerful, so powerful. We got a Bellowby, a Schnark, Starbit, Electrifly, Winjin, Asprow, Draco Ray, Bow of Artemis, and a foil Carry Off. Very nice, very nice. Pyro. Carry On, Snowlit. Well, we at least have 1 through 3 one-ofs for the Snowlit deck. Cockairay, Armadon, Luxamare, Lunar Phase Waning Gibbous, Waxing Gibbous, another Tsunami, so they must be seeded like that, and a Pulveroar. This Pulveroar in your hand can special ascend from your Lunar Lestral if you also disenchant Lunar from your field. That's pretty good for 7/4. Oh, whoops, I put that Carry Off in the wrong pile. Okay, on to the next one. Porcuraith, Ardbud, Clovial, Cactobrum, Cinder, Aurora Borealis. Discard a card in order to enchant up to Frost from your Underworld to your field and return a Frost from your Underworld to your Spirit deck. That's pretty good. I'll set that aside. Maybe that'll go in Bears. Cunning Offer, Helios' Slumber, and a foil Starbit Supernova. This Starbit cannot be normal cast. When you special cast this Starbit with another Starbit effect, gain this effect. If this Starbit would be destroyed first, you may Nexus all spirits from it. If you do draw a card, then it's destroyed. Okay, so get you a big body that you can then move your other spirits off of it to save them. That's pretty cool. I will say I'm noticing that a lot of these cards are dinged on the top already and they're just coming out of the pack. Bellowby, Schnark, Starbit, Electrifly, Winjin, Doppelgator, Theraheart, Volumbra, and Portamoose, the cover creature. of the set. When your Artemis suppresses a card, you can target and destroy a card. While Artemis is enchanted, this board of moose is unaffected by counter runes. That's pretty good. So it dodges PTA, dodges Shield, dodges Gorgon's Gaze. It's a really powerful card. And it's a 13/11. Hits like a truck. Okay, Fawnlit, Voldusk, Gloombat, Toxeri, Havocub, Oistress, Electronite, Titanus Strike, and a stellar rare serialized Morfrost. That is gorgeous. The Scorpio form. Number 65 of 99. Oh, I did say I wanted to hit another one. There's one. The effect of this guy is when you cast Morfrost, you can discard a Morfrost in order to target an opponent's Celestial, and it's set its base to 0. Its base toughness to 0 until the end phase. During this end phase, you can expend 2 in order to destroy that Celestial. Quite the powerful effect, indeed. Kokore, Armadon, Luxamane, Double Lunar, not the tidal wave this time, but it is an Asprowl, a Dracoray, Bow of Artemis, and an Oscillatory. Very powerful card. It's a 4/8 that says when it's in your hand, you can special ascend it from your Oistress. If you also disenchant water from your field, then you can discard a water card from your hand in order to target and destroy a card. Pretty crazy if you ask me. Really good in a simplified board state. Just put that sucker in defense. It's really hard to run over. And then you just start blasting. Snowlit, Kokore, Navi, Fawnlit, Hitpossum, Werepup, Bandaloon, a foil Tornadogin. Very nice. It's an 8/2. That's Wind and a Solar. You can expend Wind or Solar in order to search your deck for 3 cards with different names. If you do, add 1 random 1 to your hand and shuffle the rest into your deck. It's pretty powerful. And this Bandaloon is really powerful too. You can expend 2 Lunar from it in order to take control of an opponent's face down rune. So, like if they're holding a shield or a poison tipped arrow or a Gorgon's Gaze, you can do that and force them to use it immediately on a weaker creature, or you can just take a really powerful spell and guarantee that you guys are going to get in. Lunar Phase, Temple of the Moon, No Stone Unturned, Aurora Borealis, Cunning Offer, Helios' Slumber, and a Salus Shade. It's a 3/3 Fire Lunar. The Salus Shade gets +1 attack for each Celestial in your opponent's underworld. When a player casts an Celestial, an opponent must send the top 3 cards of their deck to the underworld. So that guy can get big and out of control really fast. It is the mill archetype of the series. Now we got Starbit, Electrifly, Winjin, Carry On, Snowlit, Oistress, Electronite. Why did I put these up here? Titanus Strike, and a Blistrix. Very nice, very nice. A foil. Now we have 2 foil Blistrix, and I want to say 3 Snowlits. 3 Snowlits and 3 Asprowls. Probably only want to play, you actually probably want to play 3 and 3. to increase your chances of milling them. Okay, on to the next one. Magnetic Force Field, Nabi, Fawnlit, Voldusk, Gloombat, Doppelgator, Theraheart, Volumbra, and a foil Avalith. Very nice, very nice. And a Lycoris is our spirit. Lunar Phase, Temple of the Moon, No Stone Unturned, Magnetic Force Field, Nabi, Lunar Phase, Tsunami High Tide, Magnaros, and a Vapyro as our spirits. Yeah, if you open like 3 or 4 boxes, you should have enough spirits to build a couple of decks, which is nice. I know. Whoa. No, that's how it's supposed to be. The raindrops made me think there were scratches on the card. I guess that means it did a good job with the art on that Toxeri. Havacub, Drekid, Porcuraith, Ardbud, Hypnopossum, Werepup, Bandaloon, and an Infornax. You can expend a wind in order to return an opponent's card to their hand. When you cast an Celestial or Rune with at least fire or wind, you can give this Infornax +2 attack till end of turn. So it lets you play with combat tricks on your opponent's turn to give it boosts, and it also boosts itself when it enters. It's pretty good. Giving it a 6/7, hahaha, bad joke. Just from casting it is pretty good. Can't complain too terribly much about it. Now we got a Fawnlit, Voldusk, Gloombat, Toxeri, Havacub, Aurora Borealis, Cunning Offer, Helios' Slumber, and a foil Dragolus. It's a solar fire for a 13/5. You can expend fire in order to suppress each face-up card on the opponent's field until the end phase. Then enchant solar from your spirit deck or underworld to this Dragolus up to the number of cards suppressed this way. It's pretty powerful. A lot of these top-end bosses should be powerful because they are the top end. So it's nice to see. On to the next one. Clovey, Cactobral, Cinder, Bellowby, Snark, Ardvarum, Cedarsaurus, Cactobrum, Javelin. They really do like to play on words.
Yeah, I don't even understand what that one's a play on, though.
Javelin.
Javelin? Oh, I kind of see it now.
You can expend a water in order to change the position of an Celestial that is not water enchanted. When one or more Celestials change position, you can draw a card. It's kind of like the Karakuris from Yu-Gi-Oh! That care about like changing positions. Was it Bure lets you draw a card when the position is changed?
Who's the deity that lets you switch people's positions? Isn't there one that does it? Go get in that. There's a lot of blue people that care about stuff like that.
I'm trying to think.
Isn't that the Slug? The Slug likes that.
The Sluggle? There's a couple really powerful cards in the set. Also, I know you weren't here for it, Poseidon, but we did pull a serialized card, this Morafrost.
A serialized
68.
shiny.
Well, they're always
65.
shiny. Okay. Yeah, they're always shiny.
They're always shiny? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Thought I was special when I was shiny.
Might have to build a Morafrost deck now. No Stone Unturned, Magnetic Force Field, Nabi, Fawnlit, Voldusk, Asprow, Dracoray, Bow of Artemis, and a foil Full Moon. Enchant up to 2 lunar to an Celestial on your field. When this lunar is discarded by another lunar phase, you can foretell 3. It's pretty good. Strakid, Porkuraith, Ardbud, Clovey, Cacturbowl, Doppelgator, Theraheart, Volumbra, and a Corviskull. This Corviskull, when this Corviskull receives one or more Lunar, you can foretell 3 and exchange a foretold card with a card in your underworld. The new card becomes foretold. That's pretty good. Lets you fix your draws while replacing something that you want out of your yard on top. Maybe a key piece of interaction or a second stage to set up for mill. I'm already starting to brew in my head with it. Tsunami and Arrowsdale. You can cast this Arrowsdale. When you cast this Arrowsdale, you can foretell 3. You may special cast a 1-cost Solar Alestral foretold this way. That's really good too. Man, this set's got a lot of really powerful cards. Granted, this is the set I've opened the least of, so it's the... These are some of the cards that I haven't read the most of. Cinder, Bellowbee, Snark, Starbit, Electrifly, Hippossum, Werepup, Bandaloon, Foil Artemis, very nice. Our first Divine of the Bucks, and the Lycoris. For those of you who don't know, Artemis says, when you cast this Artemis, you may enchant up to 3 more Lunar Spirits to it. You can disenchant a Lunar Spirit from Artemis in order to target a face-up card and suppress it until that opponent's next end phase. It's really powerful. Negating effects. It's a sort of lingering infinite impermanence for a turn. Instead of just that turn, it's a whole turn cycle. It's really good. Aurora Borealis, Cunning Offer, Helios' Slumber, and Lunar Phase New Moon. Target an Alestral on the field and suppress it until the end phase. You may expend Lunar equal to the targeted card's enchantment cost and discard a Lunar Phase. If you do, destroy it. So it's spot removal, pretty good. Get a little over halfway through this box. Winjin, Carrion, Snowlit, Kokore, Armadon, Ardvarum, Cedarsaur, Cactibrum, and Cryptaris. Cryptaris says, this Cryptaris gets +2 attack for each time you foretold this turn. You can expend a Lunar in order to foretell 3 and add any number of Lunar Alestrals that cost at least 2 spirits foretold this way to your hand. So it gets you a second stage Alestral, which is pretty good. Now, if there's a way to instant speed foretell for that deck, then that guy becomes a whole lot better at just like tempoing out your opponents trying to swing over your 1-drop. Luxomare, Lunar Phase for first quarter, Waning Gibbous, final quarter, Temple of the Moon, Oysteress, Electronite, Titana Strike, and a full art Shield of Achilles. That is quite nice. Cannot complain too much. This box has been really kind to us so far. Do I dare say that I want to be even more greedy and wish for a second Stellar or a second Shield of Achilles? I don't know. Starbit, Electrify, Winjin, Carrion, Doppelgator, Theraheart, Volabroom, Divine Healing Foil. Very nice. That's another staple. Put that there with the Shield of Achilles and Leviathan. I guess these are the staples that we set aside for decks we're playing too, so we'll put them there. Lunar Phase, Temple of the Moon, Magnetic Force Field, Ardvarum, Cedarsaur, Cactobrum, and a very banned card, a Foil Hurricane. Destroy all face-down runes. I don't know if they'll ever take that one off the ban list. It's a little bit too good. Heavy Storm is a very powerful effect. Snowlit, Kokiri, Armadon, Luxemare, Lunar Phase First Quarter, Hypnopossum, Werepup, Bandiloon, Lunar Phase Waxing Gibbous, and a Thunder Spirit. Hobby, Fawnlet, Voldusk, Gloombat, Toxaray, Oistress, Electronite, Thunderstrike, Spoiled Fruits, a staple, and a Flurmine. Spoiled Fruits says it can only be played when an opponent activates a card effect that returns one or more spirits from the underworld to their spirit deck. Negate that effect and destroy that card. So it's really good against Hera. It's good against oh my goodness, why am I forgetting what that card is called right now? One drop that returns any of the one drops creatures that return 2 or more spirits from the underworld. Pops those guys. That's pretty good. Void Clips and foil, very nice. What is that card? Ambrosia. It's good against Ambrosia, which is quite nice. That's the spoiled fruit I'm assuming they're referring to. Havacub, Drakid, Porkerath, Ardbard, or Ardbud, Clovey, Asperel, Dracoray, Bow of Artemis, Flogux, or Fulgorix, and a Lunape. Final 5 packs here. Armadon, Luxemare, Lunar Phase, Lunar Phase, Lunar Phase, Doppelgator, Theraheart, Volumbra, Gardon, and the Taratlus. Cactibrawl, Cinder, Bellowbee, Schnark, Starbit, Lunar Phase Waning Gibbous, Lunar Phase Waning Crescent, Tsunami, and a foil Leviathan, and our rare is Morfrost Scorpio form, which is the non-foil, non-stellar rare version, the one that we got. Three packs left. Temple of the Moon, No Stone Unturned, Magnetic Force Field, Windjin, Carrion. Oop. Pile's getting too tall. Hypnosome, Werepup, Bandiloon, Night Venom. The Pyro. Final 2 packs. Here we go. These packs open way easier than Shattered Stars, so I really can't complain about that. Another Corvuscull. Final pack. Can we pull any heat? Snowlit, Kokiri, Armadon, Luxemare, Lunar Phase, Ardvarum, Cedarsaur, Cerebrum, and a Pulveror. This Pulveror in your hand can be special ascended. We did already read that guy. And the Leviathan is our final spirit. And then our box topper is a Void Clips. Very nice. All right. We'll see you guys in the next one.